Okay, folks, welcome to Best Stock Charts for the coming week. This is Bob Desmond, and it is May the 9th, 2020. Before we go into the stocks that we are looking to trade this coming week, I'm going to ask you to please smash that like button. In fact, please destroy it. Take a knee to that like button so that we get picked up by the YouTube algorithm. And also, please join us tomorrow night, Sunday night stock market futures live, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every Sunday night, we begin the new trading week, and we talk about what we like going into the new trading week, how the futures are looking. We'll do some stock chart requests, analyzing the symbols that our viewers want me to take a look at. And if you're not currently on our email list, there's a link below in the video description area on YouTube. And we will send you out an alert 1/2 hour prior to going live. If you're already on our email list, do not opt into that new list because you'll get 2 emails, or I don't want you to get any more than 1 email, okay? I don't want spam. So please join us tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. And of course, again, please hit that like button. So let's talk about our week last week. The markets were up. We went into the week bearish. The reason why is the prior week we had a bearish key reversal on the S&P 500. So we went into the week short. And in terms of being short equities, it was not the environment. I just completed the week ahead commentary with members where we reformulated our strategy as we proceed into the new trading week. So members, you may want to check out the week ahead commentary where I review the symbols that I'm about to go over in greater detail, because I'll be talking about entry points. And that video has already been sent out to you via email, and it's posted in the members area on the website. Now, while our short trade did not work out last week, what did work out well, very well, was our long trade of the gold miners. That trade continues to work. What else worked was our short of the bond market. So let's do a real high-level view of the symbols that we are watching for the new trading week. First up, silver, weekly chart. We broke out last week. We were long of silver down here. This is the USLV, the leveraged ETF, putting you long of silver. If you don't want the volatility, that's fine. Trade the SLV. We bought silver down here. We enjoyed the rally higher. We booked profits. The shares pulled back. Now we're looking to re-enter the trade. Last week we saw an outside reversal week, a very bullish setup. Volume was very high. RSI, higher lows, hooking up. And we discussed an entry strategy on the week ahead commentary. Again, that's posted in the week ahead commentary on the members area. Go check it out now. The next chart up is the UTSL. This is the leveraged ETF, putting you long of the utility names. Now, we also bought this ETF down here when nobody else wanted it. We sold it the rally. It has since pulled back. We are now looking to re-enter the trade on a higher low. We're making the assumption that this lower band of support will hold. So we are looking to re-enter the trade. This is paying a big fat dividend as well at current nearly 10.5%. RSI, double bottom setup, now putting in a higher low, rising. Stokes putting in a probable higher low. We don't know whether or not it's going to be a higher low yet, but it's looking optimistic. So again, I went over a strategy as to how we want to enter this trade on the week ahead commentary. It's posted in the members area. Go check it out. Volume last week was about average. But relative to, this is worth discussing. Volume last week, well, I say it's average to the 3-month moving average. But relative to the volume prior to the big sell-off, it's decent volume, very, very nice volume. And I would call it above average volume. So UTSL looking very good. What else is looking good? The banks. Last week, this is the XLF. We're either going to play the XLF or the FAS, which is the leveraged ETF, putting you long of the banks. Both of these charts are in all probability going to look the same. Here's the FAS. Bullish key reversal bar last week. Here's the XLF. Bullish key reversal bar last week. So both charts look the same. The difference is that one is a leveraged ETF. The FAS is a leveraged ETF, putting you long in the banks. If you don't want the volatility, I completely understand that. Trade the XLF. For the sake of analysis, we'll go over the XLF rather than going over both. Again, they both look the same. Volume last week on the XLF was below average, but relative prior to the sell-off, decent volume. Now, the only caveat here is that there's talk at current about negative yields. I think they're going to pour water on that. The Federal Reserve popped up a surprise impromptu speech by Jay Powell for the 13th. I think they're going to pour water on that negative yield conversation. If they do that, you're going to see yields rise as they did on Friday. That will be good for the banks. Why? It's because their NIM, their net interest margins, will improve. If we see negative yields, you don't want to be long in the banks. Long story short. So we'll be watching for Jay Powell's conversation on the 13th. Very critical. So members, more to come. And again, we do a deeper dive on the XLF on the week ahead commentary posted in the members area. We're just going to stay real high level here on best stock charts. LABU weekly chart. The indicators are looking good. You have RSI above 50, Stokes. Next week they'll be above 50. They're going in the right direction. Last week's price action was good. I mean, it was an inside week. No new high, no new low, but it was good. We closed just shy of resistance. Volume last week was good. So on a weekly basis, the biotech names are looking very good, especially in light of the price action of the prior week, which is absolutely horrible. We reversed those losses last week. Outstanding. I go over our strategy for how we want to enter this trade on the weekend commentary. Again, posted in the members area, 14-day free trial. Go take advantage of it. The next chart up, weekly view, work. We broke out last week. Will we go chasing? No, we will not. I love RSI, higher lows and a higher high as well. Stokes, higher lows, higher high. Again, broke out above 30.20 on price. Closed just off the highs of the week. Volume rose relative to the prior week. Nothing not to like here. This is another one where we did a deep dive on the weekend commentary where I discussed it with members, so go check it out. The next chart up, Virgin Galactic Holdings, SPCE, the symbol. This is a daily chart. Let's go to the weekly chart. Now, you need to be really careful with Virgin Galactic. It's a very, very volatile stock. So there are two ways or a mixture of both that we would want to enter this trade. I discussed it with members, but one you really can't pick off on a weekly chart. The other you can, and the one that would look very promising is if we manage to rally up and through $21.07. That would be a very strong breakout for Virgin Galactic. I would like to see a pullback to support, open up a position at that support level, and then look to add more on a rally up and through 21.07. So for further analysis, go check out the weekend commentary. Volume last week, very strong. RSI, higher lows, and we broke out last week. Stokes going in the right direction, looking good. Chipotle Mexican Grill, weekly chart. Another one where we want to use a mixture of a pullback and then a breakout to build a position. One I can pick off and discuss on a weekly chart. The other I would need to illustrate on a daily chart as well, meaning on the pullback. And I did that with members on the weekend commentary. Go check it out. But at current, on a weekly basis, what we're looking for is a breakout up and through $940.28. Ideally, we have a piece of Chipotle in advance of testing that resistance level so that we can average up. Yes, we want to pay more. We want to average our price up, because if we're buying the pullback early next week to an already known predetermined support level, if we get that position, an initial position set up, I want to add more to validate that our trade is accurate, meaning that we were right. We bought right on a pullback, then we rallied up and through $940.28. Assuming that we close up and through that resistance level, we want to add more. Why? The reason is there's clear blue skies. What does that mean? Let's go to a quarterly chart. There are no buyers or sellers that are looking to get made whole. So that's why I have zero problem with buying on a new all-time high. But we must rally through historical resistance. The next chart up, CrowdStrike Holdings. This was brought to my attention by one of our members, Trish, and I kept an eye on it, and I really liked the way we closed out the week last week. We rallied to new weekly highs. Very strong price action here. RSI, very strong. Volume, very good volume last week relative to the prior week, which was down volume. And again, folks, we do a deeper dive on the weekend commentary on the members area. So if you're not a member, join up, check it out. So we're very bullish on CrowdStrike. The next chart up, Beyond Meat. I really like the story here. Given the meat shortage, Beyond Meat is certainly a beneficiary. Last week we saw an outside reversal week on price. We cleared one resistance level, closing just shy of another. So I went over strategy with members on the weekend commentary where we would want to buy the pullback at a predetermined support level and then add on a breakout above prior resistance at 135.23, last seen back here in January of this year. Volume, it's beautiful volume action last week, eclipsing the past several weeks. And again, folks, for a deeper dive on how to enter this trade, sign up for the 14-day free trial offer. And if you have questions, you could always engage me. Boeing, weekly chart. Everybody hates it. That's why we like it. There's no way the federal government's going to let Boeing go out of business. No way. It's one of the primary defense contractors, the primary employer. And if Boeing went down, the ripple effects would be felt throughout the supply chain of this economy. Last week, we saw a bullish key reversal bar, which is what we've been waiting for. It appears as though we're probably going to put in a higher low on Stokes, and RSI appears to be hooking up. So Boeing is looking like a very, very good trade as we proceed into the next trading week. And again, folks, we have a multifaceted way of approaching this trade. We don't want to go buying simply because the shares are going up. Ideally, we get a pullback. We enter at a predetermined support level, then we add on strength. And of course, we want to add on a breakout above this upper band of resistance. That's when we get very aggressive. Volume last week and the prior week as well. Very good volume. So you're seeing some institutional accumulation of Boeing. This is not mom and pop buying 100 shares. And with that, folks, I'm going to say everybody have a great weekend. Please smash that like button, gentlemen. Don't forget the lady in your lives. It's Mother's Day weekend. And don't forget to join us tomorrow night, Sunday Night Stock Charts Live, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're not on our email list, you'll get an alert by clicking the link below in the description area or on the website, wherever you're watching this. Enter your email address on our email list to get alerted as to when we go live 1/2 hour before. Everybody enjoy the remainder of your weekend and be well.